Okay. So, good morning. We'll start. Already we have completed which discussion we have already completed. Last session we had completed with MTP1 discussion. MTP1 was, it was standard, right? Now, standard means variety of questions, so much of combination of questions. Now we are going with MTP2, and as I've already told you, it is only MCQ part which we are going to discuss. Okay, 50 minutes, 50 minutes, we will wind it up. Come on, guys, promote. Let's start. Okay. So, Eda, did you observe that pattern? I've told you in MTP1 also, for those people who are not yet done MTP1, I request them kindly to go through that video. It's there because MTP1 is very, very, very good. Eda, what was the pattern as such? 30 marks MCQ, but in 30 marks, you remember how many case scenario? 3 case scenario. 10 marks, 8 marks, 6 marks. Then again, 3 individual MCQ of 6 marks each. So 10 plus 8 plus 6 plus 6. That's the total of 30 marks. Then I said we can expect more of which type of question? You remember we discussed this? We said more of case scenario questions can be asked in the exam. Okay. So with this, let's start. Eda, can we do like we did for MTP1? Like when we are discussing, we will have a small revision of that particular topic. Okay. So Plare support, as always, you guys support. Okay. So case scenario 1. Screen is visible, right? Yes. Pluto Ltd is engaged in manufacturing and distribution of aeronautic furniture. Such kind of customizable range of home furniture has gained a lot of importance in past few years. Company was able to perform well over the years, and the same is reflected in their financial. During the year 2023-24, Makle, one thing up, whenever this year comes, don't ignore. I say has simply given. No. Whenever year is given, I'm not saying this question alone, I'm saying generally. Specifically, you should see. Sometimes it will be only a part of the question, sometimes there will be some relevance. Keto, ketengla, did you hear that? Once the year is given, just have a careful reading. Sometimes it will be irrelevant, sometimes it will be relevant. Of SJ Associate reappointed their auditor. The engagement team consists of CA Sneha partner, 5 assistants. It are not required, but still as a part of revision. Engagement team, engagement partner. Which essay and which chapter we studied that? Just to revise only, not needed here. Engagement team, engagement partner, engagement quality control reviewer. It's the part of chapter number 11. May I know which essay also? Very good. It's there in essay 220. Quality control. One of the assistants was new to this engagement. Considering the huge volume of transaction, partner asked him to go through the files of last year. An auditor's report to gain understanding of last year. Last year is 22-23. This is current year. And others, screen is not visible for you. She's saying not visible for her. Visible. Shamla, you can just leave and rejoin. Okay. While going through the summary page of last year, he noticed the below points were under discussion with the partner before finalization. Eda, when you have a plain reading of this, you just guess no which chapter or which topic it will be. Just read it. Point 1. For employee benefit expense, following were verified. Voucher, verify. Voucher, verify. Voucher, verify. Employee expenses. Come on, come on, come on. It is audit of items in FS, which is nothing but your chapter number 5. In chapter number 5, can you say one word which is talked from beginning till the end? One word throughout the chapter they are talking. Which word? Assertion. Assertion. Very good. Now can we pause slowly and go? Can we have a revision of the assertions, Pillare, first? Is that okay for you? Anyway, you guys have joined. Let's revise also, no? Okay. And now assertions. It's divided broadly into A, B, C, D, E, F, U, account balances, class of transactions, disclosures. See, in this chapter, they are not talking much about disclosures. They are just talking about account balance and class of transaction. What is account balance? Balance sheet item, which is assets and liability. What is the class of transaction, which is P&L account item, revenue and expenditure. Now, may I have your reply on what are the main assertions with respect to account balance sheet? Main assertions with respect to account balance sheet. What are the main assertions? First, when you have an asset or a liability, first, what will you say? Come on, first. Whether that assets or liability is in existence. If it is, there is a flow. If it is in existence, flow, whether it belongs to us, come on, rights or obligation. If so, its amount is proper. Maklai, tell it in the flow. Amount, you call it as valuation. Once value is okay, whether it has been properly presentation, disclosure. Otherwise, you call it as classification. Now, that presentation and disclosure should belong to current year cutoff. Nothing should be omitted, which is completeness. Similar points is also there in which essay, Similar points is also there in which other essay, essay 500. Similar, almost similar. Audit evidence. Now, can you say it about P&L account assumption? Okay, cutoff, each chapter they are just saying balance sheet also you should see the cutoff. That's it. Okay, P&L account. We will first see AOCCC. A, amount accuracy. Accuracy, otherwise you call it as measurement. Value, amount. O, whether it has happened, you call it as occurrence. Then it belongs to the current year cutoff. Then classification. The assertion which is common is complete. Did you have a small round of revision in the assertions? There is a slight difference between essay 500 and this. Almost concepts is same. Okay. So, I want your reply for this specifically. The employee benefit expense shown in the books were actually incurred during the year. Can you say to state which assertion we are doing this? Actually incurred. Makla actually incurred. Arey yaar. Cutoff is whether it is belonging to the current year. Guys, you guys are getting confused. Cutoff means whether it has been actually incurred. Sorry, cutoff means whether it is incurred in the current year. Here, adalla. Whether it is actually incurred. I'll say in Malayalam. Cutoff no achal current year nde aano. Whereas here they are asking shirikin nadanno. Whether it has actually taken place. Isn't it occurrence? P&L account, occurrence. Okay. The expenses in respect of personnel were accounted for. Say it in your language. Nothing has been omitted. Were accounted. So which assertion? Which is completeness. Okay. The expenses recognized during the year 22-23 relate only to this year only. And now you say that current year or that particular year, which is cut off. Are we clear with the point number 1 assertion? If so, can I have a proceed? Okay. Point 2. It was noted that this is a mix of law as well as accounts. Let me say whether you guys will say correctly. It was noted that dividend to equity shareholders for the year 22-23 was declared on 15/4/23. As the dividend relates to 22-23, the same is recognized as the liability in the year. This is a dash event. What event? After balance sheet date, it has occurred. Come on, it is a subsequent event. AS SA 570 is going concern. I'm asking you AS. AS4, SA 560. Okay, SA 560 and AS4. Makla, you guys are expert in accounts. Is it an adjusting or is it a non-adjusting event as per AS? I'm not asking SA. Pillare, come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I think, I don't know how many of you were there in yesterday's session. Yesterday there was a 500 series session. Did you attend that? Is there anyone who attended that? In that I asked this question very specifically. But do you remember this question which I asked you yesterday? So what was the answer, Pulare, for that? Papa, come on, tell me. Very good. Those who have attended, tell me. We said it is a non-adjusting event. Others corrected. It is a non-adjusting event. Hence, it has to be disclosed. No need to provide it as a liability. Come on, refer to AS4. That's right. So it is a non-adjusting event, so it has to be only disclosed. Point 1 over, point 2 over. Don't worry if you said a mistake, study now. Well, don't worry. Can we proceed to point 3? Okay. Debtors constitute one of the major components of company's FS. As a part of procedures, verification was made whether company has made allowance for the debtors for which doubtful. Debtors less provision for bad debt will give you the final amount. Why do you see the provision? Balance sheet, why do you see the provision? Unless you check the provision, debtors amount will not be proper. So, why do you see the provision, Pillare? Mainly to check, is it existent, is it rights, is it valuation, is it presentation? Why? Debtors amount less provision will give you the final amount. Unless this provision, this allowance means provision is proper, this amount will not be proper. So to check what, Pillare? Very good. To check the valuation. Excellent. Can we proceed? Point number 4. Asset addition during the year amounted to 50 lakh. Payment in respect of these assets were made through bank account of the company. However, on scrutiny, it was found some invoices was not in the name of the company, but in name of some of the directors. Let's see. We can't say from this particular question what they want. Let's see what they want. Let's read the below and let's conclude. Let's come on. Let's see what happened. We'll see in the question. Okay, some kind of fraud has happened, right? Point 5. The company was maintaining few accounts, including one foreign currency. There was included in the previous year a paper converting foreign currency held in bank account to Indian rupee at closing exchange rate. Okay. So these two, from the plain reading of question, we don't know what they want. That we will see in the question. I'm just thinking. See, I have already read question 1, so I can easily connect it. But I'm thinking like you are a fresh one reading in the exam hall how to connect it. So that's why I'm not going to the question as such now. Is that clear? So these two, let's see what they want in the question. Are we clear with this much? If so, put Q1, question 1. On the basis of above, answer the following question. Makla, that is done already. In point number 1, relating to employee benefits, which assertion has been discussed respectively in the same order? Makla, point 1. We said no. Point 1, first we said occurrence, right? Second we said completeness, no? Third, we said cutoff. Are we clear? No confusions, right? So which is the correct option? First, occurrence. Then completeness. Then cutoff. So answer is just that order, Pillare. B. Okay, after each one, I've told you what I need. If one is clear, I just wanted you to say 2. This also we have discussed. Do you think the point of dividend recognized as liability for the year 22-23 in the point is appropriate? This we have already discussed in 500 series session. Again, I said no. So can you say the answer? Answer is no. So cutoff, yes. Now 3 no are there. Which no is correct? No amount should be recognized equally. Nothing like that. Amount should not be recognized in 22-23, but it should be disclosed. Very good. Amount should not be recognized for the no disclosure. Okay, disclosed. AS4. As per SA 560, we should obtain evidence whether it has been properly disclosed. Okay, those who have not seen that 500 series session, if you wanted, kindly go and see. Okay, it will be a revision. Okay, come on, 3. So it's C. Yeah. First one was B. Next one was C. Third one. In respect of matter in para 3 pertaining to debtors, which of the following assertion is verified? What was debtors relating to? Allowance, no? Allowance, we said which one? Valuation. So, yeah. So, answer is valuation. A. Hema, I'll come back to you after the session, Gutta. Read point 4 and choose which assertion is not proved in this case. Now go back and see what is point 4. Asset additions during the year amounted to 50 lakh. payment in respect of these assets were made through bank of the company. However, it was found that some invoices were not in the name of the company but in name of some directors. Which point? Come on. Answer is very clearly. It was not theirs. It is not theirs. So it is option B. That you said very correctly. Very good. B. Rights or not rights. It's just the rights. Rights or obligation. Right is for asset. Obligation is for liability. Okay, can I have 5? Should be done fast, guys. Come on, come on, come on. 5. Choose the correct statement pertaining to the matter described in point 5. What they want? Point 5, what they want? Some AS, no? It has foreign exchange, foreign currency. It is which AS? AS 11. AS 11, you exchange rate convert at the closing rate. Conversion you check to check which assertion pullare. Conversion rate you check to check which assertion. Conversion is checked mainly to check the valuation. Now you understood what they want in point 4 and point 5. Now can you opt which one? They are saying AS1, cut. AS11, AS11, AS11. One completeness, no assertion, valuation. So answer is conversion is always valuation, no. So answer is B. Eda, this is entirely, even if you don't know chapter number 5 specifically, it's fine. It is just the play of assertions. Are we clear? How was it, guys? Did you have a revision of assertions? Okay. So take rest for 1 minute. We have 2 more case scenario. Okay. So 10 marks is done and dusted. Wow. Smile. So Eda, no time. So just half more minute. After that, I want you to say case 2. Put C2. So can we proceed? What you want? You want to revise the, like we did, you want the revision or go directly to the question? Revision or directly to the question? Revision means I'll read the para. Directly to the question means revision and question. You. Okay. Okay, wait. Watch IT India Private Limited is a company engaged in business of manufacturing smart watches. Very good. The company had a slow start in the beginning as company's products were gaining traction with the customers. However, momentum has picked up during the year. The company wants to appoint Mr. Tripti Associates, a firm, as their auditors by replacing the existing auditors. Willing to accept. They communicated with the previous auditor before accepting the engagement, for which CA Tripti failed to respond. Okay, pause it. When you hear this much, which essay feel it came before accepting the engagement? Why are you going to fight in Pillare? Before accepting the engagement, preconditions, essay 210. Fight is after that only, Alleda. Allanando. Alle Reshma, after that, alle makle. So, first engagement letter, you guys will give the precondition. Okay. Now, CA Sripath and co failed to respond. At how many ethical requirements we studied? How many ethical requirements issued by ISBA, Ethical Standard Board of Accountants? 5. Integrity, objectivity, confidentiality, professional competence. One I left off. Very good. Professional behavior. Can you say which ethical requirement this particular CA is violating? But if someone asks, you have to reply here, professional behavior is not complied. So guys, reading this much, you will be reminded of chapter number 11, ethics and terms of engagement. Can we proceed? C.A. Krishnan, partner of Messrs. Tripti and Associates, explained to his team members about the importance of engagement letter. At an engagement letter, again, which essay will come to your mind? Come on, essay 210. He also arranged a team discussion on matters relating to acceptance of terms. Come on, essay 210 name itself is agreeing on the terms of engagement. The first point of consideration was concerning preconditions for an audit. Makle, pause. Can we have a revision of precondition? What are the preconditions for accepting the audit? I just want the list, short list. First, financial should, first, AFRF should be acceptable. Say if it is a company, they should prepare the financials as per AFRF. Then you should obtain an agreement from management regarding their responsibility. What? They have prepared the financial as per AFRF. They will accept the responsibility, including design of internal control. They will provide to the auditor access to books, information, unrestricted access to people. Now, what if these preconditions are not satisfied? Some conditions are not satisfied. What will you do? You should not accept unless required by law. Anandu, is it withdraw or should not accept money? It is given before accepting, no? So, it is should not accept. Withdraw option comes only after you are appointed. Here it is given before LA. So, you should not accept unless required by law. Okay. So, what brought us here? Why did we discuss anything? Because we heard precondition. But I lost the flow here. Where were we? Okay. Mr. Arun, a team member, could recollect a few of them. Few of what? Precondition. But we recollected everything. Those included in determining whether AFRF is used in preparation of FS, AFRF. Management provide to the auditor access, information, additional information. It was further elaborated by Arun that management has to provide unrestricted access to employees within the entity as may be required. Team members asked to list the factors that necessitate revision of engagement letter in case of recurring audit. Pause. Makla, can the engagement letter be revised? Yes. Only when there is, come on, only when there is yeah, there are certain terms, right? Certain changes. Can you say a list? I'm not writing. Changes in senior management, significant change in ownership, significant change in nature of business, AFRF, law, then what? Misunderstanding, specific terms, operations, etc. Okay. Mr. Kumar, another team replied that revision may be required in case of significant. They have said all the answer: ownership, management. Then why did we say now? Okay. But we discussed all, they are saying all these things now. Okay, till now, if this para and our revision is okay, can you say proceed? P. And I want everyone to put P. Come on. Last para. Mr. Ram, one of the team members raised a doubt. He inquired regarding recourse available to the incoming. Recourse means further action. In case management makes it clear before acceptance of engagement regarding inability to provide support to him with respect to procedure expected. Makle, will you withdraw or will you refrain from accepting in this case? If management is not supporting you, even before accepting the audit, before acceptance they are saying, what will you do? Even before accepting the audit, they are not correct. You will not accept. Now, if it is after accepting the audit, 1 second. Okay, but if it is after accepting the audit, if it is amounting to disclaimer, then you will withdraw. So here, since this word is given before acceptance of audit, you will not accept the engagement. In this respect, specific question raised pertaining to sending of confirmation. Confirmation, essay. 580 is written representation, guys. 505. Trade payables reflecting. Trade payables pertains to material input and output required. Lack of support by management in such case would affect signify management refusal to allow the auditor to send. What will you do if management refuse the auditor to send confirmation? 505 point, please. You will see whether there is a valid and reasonable cause. You will inquire the management. You will see its implications. We will perform alternative procedure. Then if it is unreasonable, communicate with TCWG, reevaluate integrity, and analyze its impact. Last one question. Confirmation, is it internal or external evidence? Confirmation, is it internal or external evidence? External. External evidence, is it sufficient or is it more appropriate? Or both? The internal evidence is sufficient, whereas external is appropriate, meaning relevant and reliable. Makle, are we clear with this much? If so, put Q1, question 1 off, case study 2. Makle, I hope all are connected. Okay. Based on the above answer, where? As regards Mr. Ram described in last para, which of the following would be appropriate? In our last para, you remember, before acceptance of engagement, they did not provide. So you have to inquire management reason for refusal, perform alternative procedure, evaluate its implications, do not accept the engagement, then evaluate the implications. See, we said last paragraph they are saying. In the last paragraph, before acceptance, we said. See, it is after acceptance you can see all those things and then withdraw. Here it is before. So the answer should be C. So that word before acceptance plays role. Come on, come on, come on. Life is a race. Q2, please. When CA Kishan, the partner, asked about the preconditions for audit, which essay? Arey yaar, we were revising that essay only. 210. Mr. Arun could recollect only few of the points, but we recollected entire. Read the passage and find out which of the following was missed. Obtaining management responsibility regarding legal aspects. Obtaining management responsibility regarding it has standards on auditing is the responsibility of auditor, not the management. Obtaining responsibility in preparation of FS as per AFRF. Obtaining management responsibility regarding internal control. See, first two is not the precondition. It is only 3 and 4. So which is the correct option here? 3 and 4. 3 and 4. So the answer is okay, 1 and 2 over. Come on. Can I have 3? From what Mr. Kumar replied about the factors requiring a revision, we said no revision as per essay 210. Read the passage and find out incorrect factor. Incorrect they want when you can't revise. Significant change in ownership, recent change in management, change in AFRF, modest change in nature and size. Okay, I'm getting two answers, B and C. These two are a factor. They want which is incorrect. Is it B or D? Similar, I understand why you are saying B. Recent change in senior management. That senior is missing. That's why you are saying. Wait. Here they are saying modest change. Modest means significant. Only if there is significant change you will do. Which is better? Answer is modest. No. For a small changes, are you going to sit and change your engagement letter? But changes in management, recent change in management itself. So the answer better is D only. Significant change in nature and size of the entity. I understand why you thought B. That's because senior. See, both B and D are almost, but better is D. Why? Because they have given very specifically. If it is just a change, you can rethink. But since they are given this word modest, think. Why did they give modest? Modest means slight, medium. Unless there is significant change, you. Makle, last question in Q case 2. Come on, can we have 4? Messrs. Sripath and Co. have failed to respond to incoming auditors. In this regard, choose the most appropriate one. And I think we discussed this. He did not respond. So which requirement he violated? We discussed, no? Professional behavior. So without even one, objectivity. 2, do not involve. 3, Professional competence, professional behavior. So straight away, the answer is D. Professional behavior, bringing discredit to the profession. That was entirely with respect to chapter 11. Essay 210, engagement letter precondition. 210 is very important. So take rest for 1 minute, then have. Wow, you're ready for Q3. Wow. You guys are unstoppables. Eh? We don't need any batteries. Okay. If you don't want, why do I want? Others, come on, everyone. Unless everyone says Q3, I won't proceed. Why? You should have all the fun. I will also have fun. None ready. Ninga ready? Okay. Case 3. Last case study, then 3 MCQ session over. In accordance with the requirement of essay, C.A. Tina, a freshly qualified professional, wants to obtain sufficient and appropriate audit evidence. And when you hear this itself, which series will come to your mind? 500 series will come to the mind. In an audit engagement pertaining to the year, come on, mark it for the year 22-23. The firm is trading in FMCG, fast moving consumer goods, appointed in. When they were appointed, May 23. Now for the year 22-23, May 23, they were appointed. She needs to obtain evidence for arriving at her judgment. Clearly remembering fundamentals that auditor has to obtain sufficient and appropriate evidence to draw conclusion, she wants to proceed with the audit plan. Audit plan, it's not required. I'm just asking you, which essay? Not required here. I'm just asking you, essay 300. Not required, huh? And not required here. Okay. During the year 22-23, firm was maintaining current account with the branch of a public sector bank. Her audit plan included procedure of confirming current account directly from bank. Obtaining confirmation from bank, which is say 505. As at 28th March 2023, the firm had an urgent need to pay its utility amounting to 1 lakh. However, due to insufficiency in funds, it requested the manager to draw check on utility of company cleared. Therefore, at times, current account can have a debit balance. As per schedule. Makle, as per schedule. As per schedule 3. It is asset or liability in a debit balance in bank account. So it's a liability. Is it a current or non-current player? Bank account here, current liability. The firm also had issued checks in the evening anticipation of funds. It also had certain debtors dated 27th March, which was deposited in bank's request. All these are part of routine business which happens at the year end or first week of April. Okay, you heard till now? If so, may I have a proceed? Her plan also included performance of procedure relating to inventories. Maklai, when you hear inventories in auditing, two places will come to mind. What and which are those two places? One is say 501, next wherever you go, I am here. Caro clause 2. Inventories were material to the FS. Her assistant Tisha had her own notion about understanding of sufficient and appropriate evidence. Okay, sufficient and appropriate evidence. So it is not Caro, it is essay 501. Vignesh, inventory evidence is 501. She further feels that audit evidence is obtained from available records of the entity. It is also known as internal evidence like internal evidence like purchase bills from FMGC goods, debit note issued on debtors for GST short charge, credit notes issued by the firm on debtors for extra discount, etc. She is also of the view that audit evidence obtained is final and conclusive. Is this phrase correct? Audit evidence is final and conclusive. Inherent limitations of audit. Audit evidences dash rather than conclusive. Audit evidences persuasive, prima facie, and not conclusive. You put Q1, Billare. You only said we don't want rest, we are unstoppable. First one, I think we have already discussed, I guess. As regarding the balance in the current account. Now, what happened to the balance in current account? We said no, 0.92 lakhs debit balance because they withdrew excess, etc. 0.92 lakhs is required to be classified under cash and bank balance in FS. 0.92 is required under cash and bank balance. 0.92 is required to be classified under current liabilities. 0.92 is classified under current liabilities. Answer is wait. See, cash and bank balance or current liabilities, which is better? We said it is under current liability. So it is not A and not B. So what is the difference between C and D? Both are saying current liability only. Now what is the difference, Pillare? See, read the last sentence. Confirmation of bank will provide sufficient and appropriate evidence. Confirmation of bank do not provide sufficient evidence. In a confirmation, we said external confirmation SA 505. Will it provide sufficient evidence? As we discussed, internal only provides sufficient, external won't provide sufficient. It's only appropriate. So here they said sufficient. No, it's only appropriate. So which is the better, which is right answer? So said C. Correct it? It's C. Why? Because those who have attended the class, they know we have put a sticky note. Internal provides sufficient, external provides appropriate. Ille, haven't we put a sticky note, Pillare? Q2? Race. Life is a race. Run. Considering the matter of verification of inventory. Good question. Which of the following would be correct as per standards on auditing? Okay, verification of inventory. Essay 501. And as per 501, auditor should be a dash at the inventory verification. Auditor should be an observer. Very good. Observer. Right? Now, can you say which is the best option? She verified subsequent sales invoices of inventory. She should review stock records of subsequent periods. Such evidence may constitute evidence. Verify sales invoice, stock records, subsequent period, attend physical counter, sufficient. Purchase invoice, Stock records not required to be verified. Makkale, unless you verify stock record, can you obtain evidence? Yes, no. So answer is not C. Strike off D. She should verify purchase invoice. She should attend physical counter. But here there is no stock records, no? So is it B or A? And I want everyone to answer. Did I even, when I read this question at the first look, I also, like you guys, thought, yes, we also will think it is. Even without reading the case study, if you come, you will also think it is B option. Answer is A. Abhishek, answer is A. Eda, how it is A? Which year you were appointed as the under? Which year you were appointed as the auditor? For which year, Bullare? I said no year at times we have to see carefully. For the year 22-23. When we, here, sorry. When you were appointed? May 23. Ida, can you have some watch to go back and see, like rewind the time, like in cinemas? No, right? Is it practicable to attend the inventory counting? No. So the answer is A. It's not B. See, if you had missed out that date, but if you didn't, because of lack of time, if you didn't read the question and if you just read the option, you would have selected. Where is that question? Here. It a physical count. How can you attend physical count? Mithun, they are saying attending physical count. Physical count will happen only on 31st March. Physical count. Option C. Makle, acknowledge whether you understood that. Earlier also I said no, year at times will play a very important role because he is appointed after the year end. You are appointed for 22-23. You are appointed only in May. How can you be observer on closing date, which is 31st March? So you cannot be an observer. Shamla, so you need to check the subsequent only. You cannot be observer because you are appointed only after year end. A. Maklai put Q3. Identify correct statement on the basis of description provided in the scenario. Purchase bills of FMGC. But can I say something even without reading? Audit evidence is final and conclusive. Is that the correct one? No. Strike. Audit evidence is persuasive. That you have to read. Okay, next three you have to read because all says audit evidence is persuasive. Now read. Which is the correct answer? Can you say? Purchase bills of FMGC, debit notes issued by the firm, credit notes issued by the firms are internal. Okay, purchase bill is internal, external. Purchase bill is always external. It arises from confirming party. So the option B is wrong. In class also we have discussed sales invoice is internal, purchase invoice is external. Okay. Debit notes issued by the firms on GST charged earlier and credit notes issued on the debtors are in accordance with procedure extra internal evidence. Only debit notes. But which is the correct answer? Answer is very good. Both debit notes and credit notes is from our side. So it is C, C, C. Wow. Come on, 55 minutes up. Only 3 more individual MCQs. How is the case scenario, Bulare? So let's wind up with 3 more MCQs. Only 3 more individual questions. Very easy. All are easy. Can you say Q1, Q2, Q3? Come on. Think it's an exam. No rest. Come on. This also, I think, yesterday in 500 series session, I had discussed this. Let me say whether you guys will say. CAD during the course of audit of a company engaged in export business noticed that credit facilities of the company during the year from a bank for 10 crores have almost been fully utilized. On going through the sanction letter provided to company, it's observed that rate of interest is 8%. Financial statements show interest amount 80 lakh. What type of substantial procedure is being performed? And didn't we discuss this yesterday in which essay? Substantial procedure. And I think I asked you these similar questions. Loans, interest with interest bearing loans. Did I ask you similar questions? Yes. So which test did we say? Answer is interest is financial, interest bearing obligations is non-financial. So it is reasonableness test. Same question we discussed yesterday, 500 series. Put Q2 here, only 2 more questions. But next one. An audit of the company found out that accountant of the company has entered into bogus bills. Which of the following is auditor's duty as far as Companies Act is concerned? Okay, fraud. When you hear fraud, 3 things should come to mind. One essay 240, we don't have in syllabus though. Anything else? Come on here. 143.12. One more. Chiaro, clause number 11. Did I hear fraud amount is law? Fraud amount is below 1 crore. So will you report it to central government? No. To whom you will report? Board of directors, they have to disclose. So option is report to ROC, report to MCA, Ministry of Corporate Affairs Secretary, report to BOD, report to ROC and GST. To whom you should report here? MCA itself? No, answer is Board of Directors. The CARO is reporting to members. That option is not there. Here it is reporting to Olladil best. Irkadil best. Olladil best is Board of Directors. Now, what if it is more than 1 crore or equal to 1 crore? Then the option should have been, that option is not there. ADT 4, you should have reported to central government. And our last question for the session. With that, done. During the course of audit of company, it was noticed by the auditor that profit before tax of the company is 5 lakh. Depreciation on building reflected in Schedule 3 computer is 10 lakh. Okay, Schedule 3 is AFRS. books. The correct depreciation according to him is 25 lakh. The above is misstatement, assertion, sampling, audit risk. Answer is, it is the example of misstatement. But I say, misstatement is the difference between what it should be as per AFRS and what it is as per books of accounts. It can be presentation, valuation, classification, disclosure 450. Makle, repeatedly I've said to study 4+2 essays, cut off 450, 330, 260, 265. We have taken separate session. It's there in the video. Kindly look. Other than that, 610 is important, 560. With that, done. So guys, as you know, this session is only for discussing MTP 2 MCQ. Right? So that's it from my